Here are the top reasons to choose Ride Along Live for your wedding video production. Now, your wedding day is one of the most important days of your life. It is a day that you would want to cherish and remember forever. That's why it's important to choose the right company to handle your wedding video production. Here are some of the reasons why you should choose us. Professionalism. Now, we are a team of experienced professionals who are dedicated to providing high-quality video production services. We have worked with countless couples to capture their special day and create videos that they can cherish for a lifetime. Attention to details. Now, we understand that every wedding is unique. That's why we take the time to get to know and understand our client's individual need. We pay attention to every detail, from lighting to song to the editing, to ensure that your video is perfect. Creativity. We are always looking for new and innovative ways to capture that special day. We use the latest equipment and techniques to create a video that are both beautiful and unique. Customization. We understand that every couple has different needs and preferences. That is why we offer customizable packages to meet your every need. We work with you to create a package that meets your budget and your vision. And last but not least, customer satisfaction. Now, our goal is to provide you with a video that you would love. We are committed to customer satisfaction, and we work with you in every step of the way to ensure that you're happy with the final product. Choose Ride Along Live for your wedding video production, and let us capture the special day in a way that you can cherish forever. Speak to our dedicated representative. Call 718-701-5720. We travel worldwide. Ride Along Media Group. Always amazing, always exceeding your expectations. Yeah. Welcome to Ride Along Live. Monet Williams, what's up? What's up, my beautiful people? How you guys doing? Daniel Felix, how you doing? Let me see who's the first up. You know what I'm going to start doing soon? I'm going to start giving an award, right? To the first up, the person who come in first. First name. Today, the first name I see that says hi is Sherwin Bihari. All right? So do it again tomorrow, Bihari, and you go win something. I'll give away something. Guys, today we have a very interesting and important topic to discuss. Because you know what we say on Ride Along Live, right? Everyone have a story to tell. Now, this father contacted us prior to today, but I could understand, and you could appreciate as well, and understand what he was going through over this past couple months, right? He was devastated to find out that his son died at the General Hospital. Now, there was a lot of things, inconsistencies that led up to that situation. The father is here today to share his story. He finally built the courage, and we could all understand that. And it's a tough one. Let's admit, it's a tough one. Losing a child at any stage, at any age, is difficult. And he's here to share that story with us. All right? Share the program, guys. Share the program, share the program, share the program, and say, I share. Let me do that as well on my end. Also, I want to find out from you guys. So we try a different technique today, because over the past couple of weeks, Facebook has not been sending out notification. Did you guys get notification today different than how you get notification days before or prior to today? Let me know. So we know if to continue to doing it this method or if to go back to the old method. Because as I said, we have been getting complaints from some of our followers, a lot of our followers, that they have not been getting any notification, not at all, for the past couple of months. All right, this has been a problem. So share it, and also tell me, Jennifer Lewis, how are you doing? Oh, okay. Heavenly sent, always get. Serafini Kwashi, she said no. No what? No, you didn't get notification, or I get notification from YouTube. Okay. Thank you. The folks on YouTube, we get notification from YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. And the folks that's watching us on YouTube, I get notification today. I haven't been getting. Okay, all right. So a few people got notification today, different than yesterday and the days past. So we're gonna try doing it this method. So until Facebook catch up with what the whole business of things. All right. I get it on Facebook. Okay, Jackie Chaitan, big up yourself. All right, guys. So let's go right into it, because we're going to. I only got it today. Wow. Okay, Beyonce. Okay, good. All right. So as I said earlier, this father contacted us because he finally developed the strength to come out and talk about this situation right here. All right. It's difficult for him. He's still going through a lot. Let's welcome him on the program right now. Marcus, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. First of all, let me say I understand it's a difficult task to speak about this stuff, because it is still sort of fresh, and I understand that you could not have done this a month ago or a week ago because of the difficulty of speaking about it. So we appreciate you coming and speak about it today, to make a difference and to ensure that this possibly don't happen to another family. So thanks again, Marcus, for coming on to share your story. So we're gonna go right into it, Marcus. We're gonna go right into it. Let's start from the beginning. You were expecting to be a father of your second child. Take us from there. What happened?
I'd like to say good night to all your listeners and to you, sir, too, as well. Well, get straight into it. Yeah, we was expecting a second baby boy in October, like a day before my birthday, which was my birthday, the 23rd of October, and we were expecting on the 22nd. So, unfortunately, her water broke in August, and she was rushed to the Maribor Hospital, and then they transferred her to St. George's. So when I got to St. George's, her water broke the Wednesday morning. It was early, like right after 2-3 a.m. And when I got there, she didn't have the baby as yet, but she told me that they was giving her steroids to save the pregnancy, which I thought was funny because, well, I'm not a medical expert, but she said that the ambulance, that she was carried by the ambulance to the general hospital.
Right.
The ambulance was filled with water from her losing fluid.
Right.
So, and I know the fetus cannot really survive without that fluid. Anyways, they gave her steroids, she said, to save the pregnancy. Visiting hours was over. When I got back the second time, she had the baby.
Before you go on to that, let me ask you a quick question. Just go back one quick bit. Did she endure any kind of irregularities, any problem during the early trimester of her pregnancy? Did she have any issues or situations?
No,
Everything. So
everything was fine
everything
until
was
like,
fine.
yeah,
Everything was perfect.
yeah, everything was fine.
Okay. All right. Okay. So go ahead.
Yeah, so when I got back the second time, she had a baby boy, and he was he was premature. He was 7 months. And like
Uh-huh.
I said, he was expecting in October.
Right.
So I was told I couldn't see him as yet because they say they have to make sure he's okay because he's premature and all that. I understood that, although I was begging for them to show me. I was just telling them I just want to see him. I know I can't have him as yet. They tell me to wait. I waited till once I got dark. I live in St. Patrick's, by the way, so I had to take the bus.
Right.
So I had to leave because night made and I had to leave. I didn't get to see him.
Right.
Um,
Hold on, I want you to go back a little bit.
Thursday,
I want you to go back a little bit. I want you to go back a little bit. One quick second. You were speaking about being transported. So her water broke at home, and you were speaking about being transported to the hospital. She went to Maribor
yes,
first. You said.
yeah, because she lives in St. Patrick's too. So
Right.
she was carried to Maryville by her mom and her sister.
Right. Right. And they decided to take her from Maribor and transfer her to St. George's. Why? Because they saw it was some kind of high risk or something.
I was not there because I was at home and she was actually at her mom when her water broke.
Okay.
So they sent her to St. George's. She actually had a C-section previously.
Okay.
To have her first kid, she had a C-section,
Okay.
right? So normally, if you have a C-section, then the procedure is to have it again.
Right.
Yeah, but she somehow had a natural birth at the hospital.
Okay.
She had a natural birth, right?
Uh-huh.
And um, during the natural birth, I think the cord was wrapped around the baby's neck and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, that was dealt with, and he was okay.
Right. Right.
Right? So the Thursday, I did not go down to see her, but we stayed in contact. I was using someone else's phone to contact her because my phone was not working too well.
Right.
And the last time I spoke to her Thursday was like 12:30 the night,
Right.
which is PM, PM. And she told me she just came from seeing him and he's okay, he's fine, he's great.
Uh-huh.
I was happy to hear that.
Right.
So
So
Friday morning, I packed up.
did you say that she had a natural birth and the umbilical cord was around his neck? Did they identify any other potential problems as a result?
No, no problem.
No issues, no problem, healthy baby.
No,
7 months premature, but still healthy. Everything was fine.
he was fine. They never they never told us that he was having complications.
Okay.
The night before I left, the Wednesday before I left, the doctor came in and he said it's just natural procedure for them to put a tube in his airways to help expand the lungs because the lungs is the last part of the body to develop.
Right.
Right? Right. So that was it. He wasn't, he's not breathing or he was having problem breathing. None of that was said to us.
Everything was fine. Let me update our viewers. Stand by. Let me update our viewers. Guys, we're speaking here with Marcus, and he's telling us the story of his child. We're up to the point where she gave birth to a healthy baby, premature, however, natural born, but still at that point everything was all right. He spoke earlier about the fact that, thanks for the stars, by the way. This is a person who just gave us stars. Thank you for the stars. He mentioned that, her water broke at her mom's house and she was transported to Maribor, and then she was sent off to the general hospital in St. George. Of course, her water broke. She had a lot of fluid from the transportation from the Maribor hospital to the general hospital, which is about half an hour, 45 minutes, right? However, although she had a C-section before, she had a natural birth at the general hospital. At this point in time, be- even though they were, the umbilical cord was around the kid's neck, the baby's neck, there were no alarms. There was no alarms. There was everything was fine as far as what he found out, right? As far as what he knew, baby born and everything was fine. All right, so that's where we are right now, just to bring you guys give you guys a follow up. All right, so baby born, mother was fine, baby was fine, everything is going good. Take it from there.
Yes. So like I said, Thursday I did not go down.
Right,
So we was in contact, and then I spoke to her 12:30 the night. Well, we say night, but it's AM. So she told me he was healthy, he was good, all of that. So Friday morning, I packed up what I had to pack up and was on my way to the hospital. My phone wasn't working well, so I couldn't speak to her that morning.
right.
When I arrived at the hospital, I met her at a different place where I left her. So she was like, she had to talk to me.
Before
At
we
that
get there,
point in
before we get
time,
there, before we get there, before we get there,
yeah.
you and one of our viewers identified that as well. I was about to ask you about that. When they told you
Mhm.
that they had to put some or insert something in the child to expand the lung, were you at that point concerned that something is possibly not right?
To be honest, not really, because the doctor didn't come and he didn't seem to be like, you know, no panic mode or like, okay, look what could happen or not. He was just saying that, look, which I knew as well as, and because since in school I was taught that the lungs is the last part of a child to develop, the
Hmm.
last organ there. And um, so when he talked about it, he was just gonna put it just to help expand the lung. I understood that.
Right,
No, he didn't say, well, um, look, this could happen or that could happen. None of that. He was just saying that he was gonna put in the airways to help expand the lungs
right.
so they could breathe like
Any
better.
any other medication or any other treatment was told to you that the baby received from the time of birth up until that day, when before they put they insert the stuff into the child? Were they medicating him on anything? Did they advise
No,
you on any other medical practices or anything medically that they was doing to the child?
no. The only thing I know is that they was giving her the steroids to save the pregnancy.
Okay,
That's what she was told.
okay, okay. Did the mother, did the mom told you or spoke about any other irregularities that she noticed or anything she wasn't comfortable with up until delivery?
She was when I got there and she told me they was giving her the steroids, and then she was having like pain, like like the baby want to come. That was the first visit, and then when I got there second visit, she had the baby.
Right. Okay. So I mean, again, so far from what you're telling me, from what I'm hearing, is that as far as you know, as far as you understand up to this point, mommy is fine, baby is fine. There's no problem. There's no complication. Nothing was nothing raised up a red flag, alerted you in any way. Only the insertion of the whatever into the child to expand his lung. That was the only thing. As far as you know, man, you are happy because what, you're gonna be a dad. Everything is going fine. Correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So when did you start to realize that something is not really going too right? What happened?
Well, it's when I arrived at the hospital the Friday morning,
Right.
and she was telling me she had to talk to me, but she wanted to talk to me outside, like away from people.
Uh-huh.
So I was kind of concerned, like probably he having complications or something.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't expecting, that he died. So when we went outside to talk, she went straight to the elevator, and while we in the elevator, I got mad. I was like, "What you have to tell me?"
Mm-hmm.
My heart is racing, and I'm like paranoid. Like, what you have to tell me? And she's like, he passed away. And I'm like, what? Like how? And she was like, well, they called her for like 4:30 in the morning, and when she went there where they had the baby in intensive care, the baby was dead.
Wow.
So I was like, what do you mean? She say, well, that's what they tell her. I said, did they contact you and told you that the baby was having complications prior to when they called you and you find out the baby died? She said no.
So
So she
she
in the
she
hospital.
she wasn't even aware. She being in there wasn't even aware that there were any kind of complication, because someone just typed in there that lots of complication. Most times, the baby's lung isn't quite developed, and breathing complication will be some of the main concern. But I'm assuming if the baby is in some kind of distress or some kind of problem, I mean, if it's an emergency, they're gonna go as quick as possible to try to save the baby's life. But nothing was told to her. She didn't even know either what was happening.
No, and I'm so sorry that she's not here tonight because she's at work,
Right.
right? She's actually trying to call me right now, but I told her I'm on a program. So
Would she
so
would
I
she would
can't to
she
her.
hold on? Would she want to join the conversation?
She won't have enough time because she's like on like 15 minutes
Oh,
break.
okay. All right. Okay. No problem. No problem. Okay. No problem. No problem. I probably will get on later. But the concern is that there were complications. There were major complications, and then she just found out that the baby died.
Yeah, the complications, well, and according to the doctor after, the complications started 3 a.m. Friday morning.
3 a.m.
Right? Yeah, and she is at the hospital, mind you. She's at the hospital. And and so because after we went after the elevator, and she was taking me to see him at the ICU. Um and then she told me that and I was like, did they contact you and said he was having complications? She was like, no, none of that. When they called her and she go there, it was dead baby. And so I asked to see when we got up there now, and I asked to see him. The person who was there, the nurse, the person in charge of the area was person who opened the door was she said hold on, and she came back and she was like, the baby is at the funeral home. And I'm like, what?
Hold
Because
up. Hold 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 up. So, oh Lord. And I had a show like that recently, and I learned that once someone died, the funeral home would take they would give the funeral home whichever one the body, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the funeral home you're gonna go with. They're just gonna take you to the hospital, and the funeral home they're gonna store it at the funeral home. But before it even got from the hospital to the funeral home, you didn't even get a chance to see the baby.
no, I did not. The first time I saw my baby is at the funeral home. And his mom is at again, his mom is at the hospital, right?
Uh-huh.
His mom is at the hospital. He was not totally having complications. She was called when he died, and She was not asked which funeral home she preferred or nothing like that.
Yeah. No, I was told on a show that we did a few months ago that that is the procedure. When someone die, a funeral home take the body, which whether it's Archibald or Lacqua, whichever one, a funeral home take the body. Um, and then if you decide to have another funeral home with the whole process of burial, then it just transferred over to that other funeral home. They don't store uh, dead bodies at the hospital. That was what was told to me. But what is shocking at this point in time, you as the father, right? You as the father wasn't even told that the baby had complication, one, that the baby died, two, and that the baby was going to be transferred to a particular, or the body would be transferred to a funeral home, right? That whole process, you were not even involved. You was like a step family member or something. Worse than that, you are the legitimate father, and you were never brought up to speed unto the process or the progress or whatever happening. You was in the dark for the whole time.
And even the mommy is at the hospital, and she was not being told that the child had complication or that the body would be taken away. Right. So, and you know what? Something like um that kind of shocked me is like, well, when I say shock me is like disappoint me then because that happened,
Right.
and I had to ask to see the doctor. Right.
Yes.
I didn't know, nobody was there, and we wasn't referred to no counseling or to nothing. Like I had to ask to see the doctor to find out what happened. There was nobody there to explain to us. Listen, look what happened. I had to ask to go see him. When we got to see him, he explained that the baby was having complications from 3 a.m. that morning,
Right.
and they he said that when they checked the baby, the chest was up and down, and when they checked, the tube was blocked. So they changed the tube, put a fresh one,
Right.
and the same complication can continue to happen. He said then that they took out that tube, and then they put a hand operated pump, and the baby stabilized back to 100%. He told me that's his word, right? You know, I'm not here to try to bash the doctor or nobody. I'm just here to tell a story, and I'm gonna tell it as just I'm gonna tell the truth. So he
Yes.
said that the baby, the hand one stabilized the baby. It was okay, back to 100%.
Right.
Then he said they put back the tube,
Uh-huh.
right? And he was like, baby fight, baby fight, baby fight, baby was strong, and baby fight, and then baby passed away. He's telling me that, and I'm hearing him, but it's like I can't even respond. To be honest, in the moment, a lot of people say things like, even me, I probably, if somebody was telling me the story, I probably would tell them, if it was me, what my reaction would be. In that moment, I wish I was dreaming. I was dumbfounded. I don't know how to explain. Like there's nothing to explain it.
Yes.
I was just frozen, you know? I was just frozen.
Yes.
I couldn't respond. But something he said like struck out to me. Like it's after like when I go and I reflected, like I was like, but wait. He said they noticed blood in the back of the throat of the child, right?
Blood where? Blood where?
Which in the back of the throat of the child.
In the back of the throat.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So he said that most likely could be the cause of the death, probably the blood coming back at the throat. Probably that's his word. Probably or most likely go down to the lungs and cause suffocation. Right?
Hold up,
So
hold up, hold
my
up, hold up,
thing
hold
is
up, hold
that
up. Slow down there. Where did they put the tube? The tube that they inserted into the child. Where did they put it? To the nose, to the mouth, to the ears? Where did they put the
I
tube?
didn't see him. I didn't get to see him.
But did you ask? Because when they said, I
I,
remember you said earlier that they wanted to expand the lung. So they had to insert something inside of the baby, whether it's to its nose or its mouth, to do that.
Did you find out
to his airways.
where was it, the nose or the mouth?
Not. I didn't ask like directly, cause like I told you, he was talking and I was there, but I wasn't there. So, my thing is that the explanation to the airways, it wasn't not to the nostril. It was to that path where the separation goes to the lungs.
Right. Right.
Right. Yeah. So when you talk about the blood in the throat, after, like I say, after time passed and I reflected, it's like the tube is the only thing passing in and out, right?
Yes.
So most likely the bruising of the throat with the blood. And again, I'm not an expert, but that's just my findings.
Right.
And like I say, I'm talking about it now, bro, but I couldn't speak about it. I could not stop talking
No,
about it.
I understand. I
You know,
understand. I understand.
talking about it now, and it's my son's birthday today, so that's why I have the courage to, cause like thank God I had my first son we could go back to, cause it's probably easier with him, but knowing that you lost, if it was my only child, I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes. Now, folks are asking about autopsy, and again, we don't know the procedure. We don't know who performed the procedure. We don't know if the procedure of expanding the lung was successful or if it was not. We don't know if it was a puncture, but it's concerning when you said about the blood in the back of the throat. It, we don't know what got punctured, what would cause that. And as you said, and we was all told, that was the only thing that went down in the child. So I mean,
Exactly.
I don't want to have no conspiracy theories on it, but if you was to go through a process of elimination, you would kind of conclude that something went down in the child's throat, that puncture the back of his throat. Whether that was the reason why, or if something suffocated the child, we don't know at this point. So there are a lot more investigation that have to be done to clarify that. But I am still stuck on the fact that there was so much little communication. There was so much little communication to the mother, to you.
Especially the mother who is in the hospital.
Especially the mother
who is admitted at the hospital.
Yes. Wow. So let's talk about the mother now quickly. How was her mental state at this point, finding out that her child died? What was her mental state at this point in time? How did she take that?
Oh man, I think for both of us it was crazy, And when I started asking her questions and I saw her face, I just stopped because I was asking the wrong person the questions.
Yes.
And by the time I got to ask the right person the questions, I was in that state where I couldn't even ask questions.
Yes.
And I did ask for an autopsy. We haven't, but you know what? We're gonna have to come and reappear in the program because she has all the information, locked away, and I was looking for them and I couldn't really find them. And she has the results was saying something about hemorrhaging in the back of the throat,
The
So,
autopsy, hold
once
on.
again,
The autopsy mentioned some kind of hemorrhaging at the back of the throat that caused the death of the child?
Yeah. The autopsy, I don't want to give the exact, I don't want to be misleading. So, like I say, when I have the paper in front of me, I can read it out for you, but it did mention hemorrhaging, right? So, which means bleeding. And the doctor did tell me that they noticed blood in the back of the child's throat.
Wow.
Which was not there the Wednesday, the Thursday. There was no problem. Just to go back, there was nothing like that. And when I got to the funeral home to see my baby, he was blue. He was black, you know, when you're lacking oxygen,
Yeah.
right? He was even the lady at the Arthway, and shout out to Arthway funeral home. Trust me, that young lady was the best. She was amazing. She was in that time, you could see she's good at her job. She's very good at her job.
Right.
She she dealt with us very nice, and she and all was like the color of the baby, like you know, he's black, he's blue, he's purple, and his lips was distorted, like you know, you could see like even his lips was like bruised up. You know, he was there the first time I raised him. I raised him then, and I was so he was my head started to hurt me because I remember asking him, just let me see him, and I had to see him the first time, you know, dead.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I couldn't knees. I was on my knees like crying. I was on my knees and I want to scream. I don't know what to do. I couldn't stand. And it wasn't not like my foot had the problem. I just couldn't stand up for a long period. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. You know. And I wouldn't like no one to really go through that.
Yeah.
That's not nice. Losing a child is and to see that he was barely in the world and and I lost him and I felt that way. uh, People having their kids around them and then taken away. Losing a child is crazy, man.
Yeah. I know. Now, you talking about you, and I'm thinking about the mother now. Thinking about how what she's going through. She actually carried that child for 9 months, and all the expectations. And I mean, fathers have heightened expectations as well to welcome a new baby. But I'm thinking about her mental state now. You know, she have to go through this and that whole funeral process, dead baby, and how was she doing? Did she get any kind of counseling at all? Did the hospital provide any kind of counseling or
But
therapy or
we weren't
anything?
even we weren't even asked or told that there was that available or nothing, man. Like we had to go through it ourselves. But like I said, you know, um, thank God we have a little boy who turned 4 today. By the way, like he was like that see that we could go back to say times that we have him. Because if we did not have him, then it would have just been that on our mind. And when we got home, he was even more harder because he was asking for his little brother. You know, he was like, where is Connor? Because we named him Connor, and he was always playing with mommy belly and hi Connor. And then, like
Oh,
when we get home, like
wow.
I had to break it down for him and say like, listen, you know, I didn't hide it from him, and I made him. I put him sit down and like tears in my eyes. And he even come and he said, "Daddy, don't worry, you'll be okay." You know, like it was
Wow.
hard. It was crazy hard, man. It still is, you know, it still is. But like like we won't even try to have a baby like right now. Like I don't like I told her I'm not mentally ready for that.
Because you're thinking
You know,
if anything, you don't want to go through that stress anymore.
uh, yeah, that wasn't that was nice, man.
Wow. How is she doing? How is she doing now?
She's doing better, you know. She's doing better, but at times I see it, you know, and I feel it at times, you know, and I see it, and we work. It's a work in progress.
Yeah. Yeah. The funeral. Um, did you guys have to at an official funeral? Did you get any assistance? How was that handled?
Yeah, we had to have an official burial because they said like based on the length of time that he stayed alive, we would have to do that. But we got some very good assistance from the NIS.
Okay.
You know, from the NIS, she had I think there was a grant available for the daddy, and I got that grant. And like I said, thanks to that lady in R2A,
Mm-hmm.
she's the one who told us about it because we didn't know about it. And 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 this is the opportunity for other people to learn about it because I think there's a lot of people who don't know about it. She's the one who educated us about it, so she didn't have to, and kudos to her.
Yeah, yeah. Um, when if you get your hands on the autopsy, I'll be interested to find out exactly what the autopsy says as the cause of death. Because if it says that bruising, suffocation, or anything like that having to do with the insertion of that object, you have to question if it was done by someone that is capable to do that type of operation. This is a very technical thing.
Yeah, I was even wondering about the monitoring system as well because, like, if the tube is blocked, then I was wondering if there was no way that the system could alert you so that if it's blocked, it shouldn't be that long before you realize if somebody's monitoring them, you know?
Yes, yes. Now this is
And and, and if the hand pump stabilize them, why put back the tube? But I couldn't ask those questions at that time. I couldn't.
let me just I mean, if you guys just started to watch this, you have to go back and watch it from the beginning, because this, no parent, nobody should have to go through what this family went through. Young mother and father, you know, trying to, you know, build their family, increase their family, had to go through this. And I was saying on a previous vlog that I did, because we did have a conversation to speak about in the next couple of years, 10, 15, 20 years or so, we need to increase the population, because the safety net programs that's there, the population would probably not be able to maintain, and the population is growing very slowly, probably stagnant at 110,000 for this length of period of time. And I put that question out there, and women and men contacted me as well, and they said, how you expect to increase the population when there are so many mothers and fathers who have tried and they were expecting kids and something tragic like that happened? 9 out of 10 times, they didn't want to try again because they don't want to go through that whole process again of having to possibly have a situation where the child die. And this situation, as he even said it, he don't even want to try again, right? And this doesn't seem as it's as isolated as this. We've been getting reports. Another young lady messaged me just a couple of days ago, and just a few months ago, she lost a child at the General Hospital. Now, I'm not saying that the folks at the General Hospital are just doing this. I'm not saying that, that's the modus operandi. They're just, killing babies at the General Hospital. We're not saying that at all. And we do also want to state that there are some good nurses at the General Hospital, nurses and doctors who really genuinely care about protecting lives, right? So this is not blasting anyone at the General Hospital, but it's concerning when you get in reports like these. One is just too much. It's concerning when you're getting reports of fatalities of babies at the General Hospital. And oftentimes, the reason behind it is to be questioned as to why. Bonksy baby boy born, some of them full term. We heard about situations where women giving birth on the step. That happened. We got one reports of that. I mean, what's going on? Yeah, what's really going on? So it's sad, guys. It is sad for a family to prepare themselves, their minds, their heart, to welcome someone, a baby, into the world. Do everything right, and to later find out that someone messed up, possibly. Some situation occurred, and the baby died. Just a sad, 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 sad reality. Um, Marcus, you also spoke about your son, your 4-year-old son. Happy birthday to him today. How is he? How is he taking it? Has he bounced back from it, or is he still asking?
He asks all the time, and he's like, he wants his mom to replace, like, to make another baby for him. And every now and then he would meet people with a baby, and he would say, I have a brother, but he died.
Oh
So
wow! And he's only
his mom
4,
would look at,
and he's only 4.
yeah, he's only 4.
Wow!
He remembers, and his mom would look at me because she didn't want me to tell him, but I'm like, it don't make sense hiding it from them. You hide it from them, and they're gonna know eventually. So, like, better a lot of things are hidden from us which should not have. So, I just broke it down for him, and every time you bring it up, then, whatever way it may come up, I try to console him and talk to him about it.
Right. Yeah. Um, I don't know what else to say to you, Marcus. Would you ever try again? Ever?
I want more kids, but like I say, not right now. Like, right now, if I even think about kids, the only thing that comes in my head is that.
Right.
Just that. Like, yeah, even my girlfriend, she needs that breakthrough, man. Like, it's not easy. Like I say, it's not easy. Saying
Yeah.
it's not easy, it's easier than the actual, going through it. It's different. And when you lose a kid, I don't know, I don't know, but
Yeah. I can't even imagine. Trust me. I can't even imagine. Well, listen, Marcus, condolences to you and your girlfriend on this tragic loss, man. I hope that, I mean, the answers to the many questions that you have is not going to bring back your baby, but at least you'll bring some kind of closure to what really happened with that autopsy report. Are you planning on having a lawyer take a closer look at it? Are you planning on going forward in any kind of litigation just to get answers?
at first I thought about it, but um, the stress to go through that, and like, there's this um thing in our country where, like, if you're a poor man, it's harder to get results or the results you want. Like, if you want an independent body to do it, it's costly, and all of that comes with it. So, like, I just decided to just let it be, and live with it. But I would like for the system to be better, so that's why I share my story, so that the powers that be could hear about it, and like, try to do something about it in the future. Try to hold people responsible, not because it's the hospital is a free place or whatever. It's still people's life.
Yes.
And I also would like to say, like, there are good nurses, there are good doctors, there are people, there are those of them that do their job properly, and things do happen. So I didn't come in this program to bash anyone, but at the same time, we would like to know that in the future things are done, in a more efficient and better way. The communication is done properly, so that even though something like that happens, at least the family has a like expectation of, look, it could go it could go 50-50, or it could go 70-30 or whatever.
Right.
And the process could be a little better and upgraded, even the medical system. So I thank you for the platform to air my story, and hopefully my girlfriend would have the courage to share her side and the paperwork.
Yeah. 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 In time. And I mean, though, we're not going to rush her because everyone, it's a process for everyone. She probably not ready as yet because she mentally, not able to talk about it to the public as yet, so we have to give her, her time if she ever wants to feel the urge to do that. But I do think that by sharing your story, I'm sure the powers that be are listening. People that could possibly make a difference are listening, and hopefully this situation don't become like a culture where we're hearing constantly over and over and over of babies dying at the general hospital. It's not nice. It's horrible for anyone to go through. So Marcus, thank you again for sharing your story with us, and keep me up to date. Keep me up to date, all right? I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man, I will do that.
All right, cool. Thanks again.
I appreciate that.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, thanks.
All right, guys, this is the opportunity to chime in right now. You heard Marcus' story, all right? We've heard other stories similar to Marcus' story, where people are expecting, they go through the process, they prepare their home and hearts to welcome a baby, and because of some issues or problem unresolved, they don't even understand what happened. The baby died. I even saw someone in the live saying something similar, that something happened to them. Give you guys an opportunity to chime in right now. We have a few minutes. 718-701-5720 if you want to call in and just talk a little bit about what you heard. What's your thoughts about Marcus' story? And what are some of the things that you've experienced? You've probably experienced something similar as well. Give us a call, 718-701-5720. You could call on the WhatsApp, or you could call direct on the phone lines. Either way, let's talk for a little bit. 718-701-5720. Okay, Rachel, yes. Hugs, yes. Now, these stories and them, any stories to do with babies, to do with children, parents, anything like that, Jed, is some of the most heartbreaking stories. Hence the reason why I bring it forward, because we don't want to see this become a culture. We want the minister of health and people who could make a difference in the situation seriously look at it. This, however, I don't want anybody think that this is a platform where, Renee, big up yourself. I don't want anyone to think that this is a platform where we're here and we chastise the nurses, because I know of some very good nurses at the General Hospital. They really care. Someone was there and they delivered a baby and they came back and they had nothing but good things to say about the services that they receive at the General Hospital, right? But some others don't have, there are people that works there that not so much. Let's put it like that. So this is an industry where caring is like about 80-90% of someone recovering. If you just provide just the care, just because really and truly the body, our individual body is what heals. You provide the proper conduit and the body will heal itself. And 80-90% of the time is just a nurse or a doctor providing the conditions for the body to heal itself. And that's caring. And if that is not there, we see a lot of instances where people die of crazy stuff, right? Things that you would laugh if you hear somebody die from it, but it's happening and it seriously needs to stop. Caring needs to be a big part of getting someone back or saving someone's life. Just the care. All right? 718-701-5720, guys. I want you to chime in on the topic again. We have a few minutes if you want to call in. 718-701. We put the number back up on the screen. 5720. By the way, in fact, while I wait on the call, let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily Pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play Pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m. and evenings 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money.
Established in 1998, Ross Road and Funeral Services continues to assist you plan the ideal funeral or memorial service locally or internationally. Our reputation is built on providing personalized funeral services based on love and compassion. Call Ross Road and Funeral Services at 718-547-0640.
Ross Road and Funeral Services, where your loved one is our loved one.
Again, guys, we thank you again so much for joining us. We're still going to give you guys an opportunity to call in if you want to call in and on any input on the topic. Jackie Chaitan, how are you doing? Yes. Yeah, Jackie Chaitan. I have to get Jackie Chaitan on the store on the ride along one day because she has a story to tell of something similar. And just to show that this stuff don't only happen in the Caribbean, this stuff happens worldwide. Jackie's saying that it happened in New York, and her son he didn't die, but he's now disabled. And so, Jackie, we want to hear your story. So whenever you feel comfortable to do so, give us a call and let's hook that up and let's have this conversation. Anyway, guys, we thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being a part of our program, Ride Along Live, where everyone has a story to tell. And we want to hear your story. It could be a story of success. It don't have to be a story of sadness, a story of joy. We want to hear your story. Everyone has a story to tell. On behalf of all our production team here at Ride Along Live, our producers, executive producer Lois JJ. Hey, Gail, how you doing? Big up yourself. Thank you so much. Deanne Fraser and Kibbs, our moderators in the chat. Thanks again for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of our program. Catch you guys again tomorrow. Mañana. Good night.
Here are the top reasons to choose Ride Along Live for your wedding video production. Now, your wedding day is one of the most important days of your life. It is a day that you would want to cherish and remember forever. That's why it's important to choose the right company to handle your wedding video production. Here are some of the reasons why you should choose us. Professionalism. Now, we are a team of experienced professionals who are dedicated to providing high-quality video production services. We have worked with countless couples to capture their special day and create videos that they can cherish for a lifetime. Attention to details. Now, we understand that every wedding is unique. That's why we take the time to get to know and understand our client's individual need. We pay attention to every detail, from lighting to song to the editing, to ensure that your video is perfect. Creativity. We are always looking for new and innovative ways to capture that special day. We use the latest equipment and techniques to create a video that are both beautiful and unique. Customization. We understand that every couple has different needs and preferences. That is why we offer customizable packages to meet your every need. We work with you to create a package that meets your budget and your vision. And last but not least, customer satisfaction. Now, our goal is to provide you with a video that you would love. We are committed to customer satisfaction, and we work with you in every step of the way to ensure that you're happy with the final product. Choose Ride Along Live for your wedding video production, and let us capture the special day in a way that you can cherish forever. Speak to our dedicated representative. Call 718-701-5720. We travel worldwide. Ride Along Media Group. Always amazing, always exceeding your expectations.
Hello, Grenada. It's TGIF time again with the NLA. Thank goodness it's Friday. Every Friday in March, place 5 bets or more in a single ticket purchase on Cash 4, Pick 3 or Play Away. You automatically receive a quick pick inline ticket valued at $1. NLA is giving back more plays, more chances, more opportunities, and more prizes. Remember, when you play, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building. Promotion ends March 31st. You must be 18 years and over to participate.
On Saturday, March 18th, it's time to report for duty as New Face Promotion presents Revo Dance 19.
Do you know what it means to have a revolution?
Revo Dance 19.
Here I come with love and nothing.
All taking place at 178 Newport Street, Brooklyn, New York. Get your $40 tickets now. More at the door. For ticket info, contact 347-304-5453. And you must be 21 and over. Music by Exterminator Sound. Live from Canada. From New York, Joe Bailey. Silence. No Apology. DJ Synergy. And DJ Hot Stepper. Table and bottle packages available. Dress code Army Green or camouflage. A special prize for the best dress, male or female. And listen, when you buy your ticket early, you can win a return ticket with JetBlue to Grenada in the month of May and June 2023. It's Revo Dance 19, Saturday, March 18, 178 Newport Street.
Phillips Carpentry and Cleaning Service Inc., providing exceptional carpet and cleaning, floor installation, refinishing, home renovations, drywall, painting, plastering, doors and moldings, electrical and plumbing, and much more. We are a one-stop shop for all your professional needs. Give us a call today on 718-221-5572. That is 718-221-5572. Or you can call our cell on 917-939-3192. Check out our sales on all services. We're located at 218 Schenectady Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Phillips Carpentry and Cleaning Service Inc.